All right, let's talk about another one. This one really sad. Dumnodi, you remember, history was made in 2003. Enyimba of Aba became the first Nigerian club side to win the CAF Champions League. And one of the principal actors for Enyimba that year is the young man you are seeing on your screen. His name, Michael Oche. For the sad story, Michael Oche is no more. Passed on, we're told, sometime last week. And it's really, really sad. His friends have been posting comments about him on Facebook, on the social media, really mourning the loss of Michael Oche. Fantastic player. But whether I was able to eventually fulfill all those potentials is a different story altogether. But Dumnodi, this is a very sad loss. I feel a personal sense of pain because I know how he started. Right from Lagos, a grassroots club in Lagos. I monitored him up till the time he played for Enyimba and won the CAF Champions League with Enyimba. This for me is also a personal sense of loss because this guy, I mean, this is just tragic.
Well, you say that you remember it was the one that led Enyimba to the final because his goal against
crucial goals.
Crucial goal. That was the goal Enyimba needed because that would have dragged that. There wouldn't have been any Champions League final in 2003. It was the only goal that took Enyimba to the final, and that was how Enyimba secured and won the Nigeria's first ever CAF Champions League title. It's no more. It's quite unfortunate that, like you said, whether he has really lived up to his potential, whether he has fulfilled his potential, I don't know. But winning titles at that level, at that particular point in time, because Enyimba was the focus of Nigerian football at that time. Everybody wanted Enyimba to win. That's the first time I see Nigeria unite to watch a club play in the final. But it's quite unfortunate that Michael Oche is no longer. You can see on Facebook, on social media, all his former teammates are posting comments and tribute to Michael Oche.
But this one is also another sad one, not in Nigeria. This is taking you to Uganda now and taking you to FC Simba. Is the story of Fahad Musana. Yemi, you've been following this story. It's a tragic story, really.
Yeah.
Because this guy played 90 minutes for his club on Saturday. He's a Chelsea fan, and he was watching Chelsea against Manchester City on a Sunday. Immediately, Frank Lampard scored the equalizer for Man City late in that game. This guy slumped and passed on.
What a sad way to go, really.
Oh, sad story.
Very sad way to go. And that shows us that we are all in God's hands. Because, I mean, if you were picking people, things like this would not happen to
someone who played 90 minutes the day before.
Active footballers, you probably say, oh, they're in pristine condition. And this just happened while he was busy watching the game that he loves most and just collapsed in a makeshift studio. It's really sad. And I don't really know what to say, but things like this, you don't really have explanation for them. You can't really say this was what happened because it was where it should be. I mean,
an active footballer watching a football game. I mean,
you don't expect his heart.
You don't expect him to drop. Yeah, because this is active. Somebody who played 90 minutes the day before Dumnodi, you expect that his heart will be in tip-top condition and not just slump and die the way he did.
Well, I don't know because he even trained that morning before you went to watch that game. So, and I don't know. You didn't die when you were playing for your team. Of course,
the day before
you were using your energy
and everything,
running around.
And a lot of reasons have been attributed to his death. Some people said maybe he placed a bet on that game.
Yes.
But a lot of players have even come out to say no, he doesn't gamble, he doesn't involve in such act of gambling or betting or whatever. But it's just it has to just go like that. But I think sometimes we just have to. Yes, football is a passion. You have to drag a lot of passion, but you just after each game,
I think
you don't allow the sport of that moment.
Yes,
take it out of
take it for what it is.
Take it for what. If you lose a game, or if they score a goal.
Yeah. I think we invest too much emotions in all of these things, and this that happened to this young man could have happened to.
But that's not his first time of watching the Chelsea.
That's
game,
what I'm saying.
Or a first time that Chelsea will be losing a game or conceding a goal late in the game.
You don't know. I mean,
the state of his.
You don't know the state of your heart. You don't know what's that. That's why I said earlier that our lives is in the hand of God, and once you invest too much emotions, you might just get caught with that sucker punch. And like Nadia said, it could be that it was on the verge of losing something substantial, as some have said, and that could be the reason. It could also be that wasn't probably the outcome he was expecting, and it came as a shock, and that led to what happened.
All right, so that's how we start off the show tonight. Very sober stories. Once again, reminding you that boxing icon David Sinande is gone missing, and the family have been looking for him since July 7th. We will maybe talk about it later on before we close the show once again, just to remind you in case you are anywhere close to where you could see him. We'll also talk about Michael Uche, the young lad who was key for Enyimba in 2003, who has also passed on. And of course, the story of Fahad Musana in Uganda, played 90 minutes of football on Saturday and passed on Sunday. It's time for us to go on a quick break now. When we return from the break, we will spend some time to reflect on the state of our national team. We'll be talking about the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We'll be talking about the Golden Eaglets. We'll be giving you a preview of the Globe Premier League. Matches to be played tomorrow. We will also look back at the games played over the weekend in the Globe Premier League. And of course, there's plenty of grassroots football to talk about on Sports Tonight this Tuesday. Join us again. All right, thank you for staying with us. It's still Sports Tonight. Arsenal fans will be hoping for the good times to continue. If you are a fan, of course, you know what to do to be a part of an Arsenal game live at the Emirates Stadium. But let's bring you into all that we're doing on Sports Tonight and via feedback, by means of feedback, and let you give us your thoughts, be a part of what we're doing. Once again, we'd like to tell you that we will be very active on the program tonight. We will be active, we will be interactive, and we will want you to tell us what you feel about some of these issues we've raised already. Comments are already coming in fast and furious, but we want you to talk to us via Facebook, Channels iPhone Sports, and of course via Twitter at Channels_Sports, and my handle at Toyi Ibichoe. All right, so we will want you to speak to us as we go along on Sports Tonight this Tuesday. All right, gentlemen, let's move quickly and take out our issues one after the other. The first one we want to talk about, we talked about this last week when the news broke that the National Sports Commission have directed that the Eagles should find their way back to Abuja. And it looks like Nigeria's next round of matches in the 2015 AFCON will be in Abuja. Where does that leave us, Yemi?
Well, it's good. As of everything is in tip-top shape. It's been a while. I can't really say much about the turf, so I wouldn't. But Abuja, I mean, they will be well supported. That one is good. The surroundings much better. Team could get better support. I hope the state is better than the Calabar.
Abuja looks green.
Yes.
Just to add to what you're saying, looks green, but the coach has always complained about the underlay.
Yeah, and I mean, something similar to that was said about Calabar too, even though he didn't really voice that sentiment, as it didn't make it sound as high as the Abuja. And whatever makes the ministry want them to go back to Abuja, I'm very sure everything would have been taken care of, because if it's not taken care of, it's like shooting yourself in the leg. Most of us remember what happened when an NFF administration decided to take a particular game somewhere in the north that didn't favor the player. So whenever you're looking at all of these key decisions, it must be because there's some sort of advantage in it for you. If there's no advantage, it means you're bringing the opposition to play on a neutral venue. You must, if your players are playing in Europe and you want to bring them here, you must give them something similar or close to what they are used to. And if you give them that, I mean, then you can now demand for optimal performance. If you don't do that, then you leave a lot of holes. Some of the guys will tell you that the pitch they played on in Calabar, big question marks on that.
Yeah.
It's not an excuse for the result, I must say, but you put an excuse in the bag. And once you do that, it's always easy to draw out that excuse and say, this was why we didn't get that result.
The reason why we moved to Calabar was because Abuja was in bad state. Now Abuja looks like it's back, and we are going back there. But the people ask questions, where do we get the crowd? I mean, one thing with Calabar, you may complain about the state of the pitch has not been 100%, but the support is always there, and that's one thing that we may not get in Abuja.
The location of every stadium is very key to the attendance, to the how attractive that would be to crowds. The Abuja Stadium, let me tell you, it's powerful where you have people, where you have settlement. It means you have
so it's difficult to fill it up.
Look at the Calabar